Hi, I'm Angela, the Crafty Fairy Godmother. This is episode number 3. I gotta make sure I'm looking in the right place. And I know it's been a while. I was sick for a little while, and then last weekend I went to Stitches West. I've missed like 3 years going to Stitches West, and before that I used to go with my friends, and we'd like carpool and drive up there for Stitches West. I volunteered my first day, and I volunteered where they gave out the name tags to people who had pre-registered for classes. I met a lot of people. Z of Z and RJ3 has made my cat Boots YouTube famous. She's adorable. I'll try to put a picture in here, maybe. But I want to show you a few things that I have. Some of my items are in a bag with my husband, who's in the bay working today. But one of the first things I want to talk about is there's a booth called Newton's. Newton's is usually closeout yarn. And it's bought by the pound, but I fell in love. Oh no, I did find it. Quick, we'll talk about Newton's later. Yarn Snobs, YARNSNOB. Oh, I know it's reversed, but SNOBS.com. I bought this little there's 2 progress keepers. There's one with the beads, and then there's this little unicorn. I was trying to find something. Actually, I wanted a magic wand, but I couldn't find one. Isn't that cute? But this was the very first thing I bought. I wanted to meet Z, and I was going to the booth where Claudia was at. Her and Claudia were at. This was the booth right next door. The reason why I went in this booth is because she had a sign saying everyone is welcome. It had a beautiful rainbow, and it said, might have to edit that out. But basically it said no racism and diversity matters. That's the phrase I was looking for. So I felt comfortable enough to go in there. When I go to cons, I push a walker. I usually walk with a cane, and then sometimes when my my legs are a little more weak, I use my walker. But my walker is not always convenient because it's a big walker with a seat that I actually had a prescription for from a doctor. And it feels like it's cumbersome, and sometimes vendors don't think about people who are going to have walkers or canes when they make little itty-bitty alleys. Smaller than people. People don't really come in Twiggy size all the time. Normal people aren't like that. But she was so nice. She said she would take anything down I wanted to look at, and I looked at everything because I was trying to figure out what I wanted. It was between this and a monkey, and I was kind of looking at the owls because I like owls too. But I collect little monkey things because I was born in the Chinese year of the monkey. Oh, my voice is sounding raspy today. But I'm so happy I found it. We thought that was with my husband. So only the little toy is with my husband. Okay, back to Newton's. Newton's is a discount. They have discount yarns. They had a lot of yarns, a lot of cotton yarns and rayon yarns that they were promoting for weaving. And, they had yarns for knitting, but it's interesting because it's Newton's Yarn Country. That's what it is. If it's yarns, we cover it. But they also sell looms now. And it's really cool. They had a demo there. But I fell in love with this light orange. Look at this. And they sell yarn by weight. This one is it's 3/10 of a pound. And there are 2,000 yards in a pound. So I got this. It is cashmere, 60% cashmere and 40% merino. It's super soft. It's a shawl. It says dry clean only. I don't think I would dry clean it. I think I would hand wash it and block it. Because this is a shawl in my future. I don't know why. I just fell in. You could ask my husband. He was with me at this point. Because I tried to take him in to meet Z. And she was buzzing all over the place. We couldn't find her. So he'll have to meet her next year. Because he's watched some of I had made him watch the video with Boots. But I fell in love with this color. I'd pick it up. I'd feel it. I'd put it down. I'd look at all the other stuff. I'd go back. I picked the same exact skein up. I picked it up 4 times. And finally I bought it. I decided I'm going to get this. But then I said, well, I need something in case I want to put some stripes in it or a little contrast. And this is also 60% cashmere and 40% merino. It was the only other color. But I got 320 yards of this. So I didn't need much to be able to add a little splash. So, I mean, it's like a sunshine shawl, you know? I need some yellow in it and then it'd be perfect. But put it this way. Those 2 skeins of yarn, after they took the discount, were $14.50. And that just still blows my mind. See how much that. I'll have to figure out the yardage. And I will tell you the yardage later. Well, the booth where Claudia and Z were hanging out. Well, when Z was slowed down and come back. Was Lady Di Yarns. And they were really nice. They let me hang out and visit because I can only look for a little bit and then I'd go and hang out and visit and look a little bit more and then I'd go and hang out and visit. They were so nice to just let me sit kind of in front of the booth to the side and just chat and visit with them when they weren't busy, and they were busy most of the time. Her yarns are amazing. I'm going to put her website in here so you can see it. But this is what I got. It says Wakanda Forever. It's got the crochet hook and it's got the knitting needles. Because I really enjoyed this movie. I'm waiting for the last Avengers movie to come out because, by golly, that got to fix stuff. There's too many people that just went poof. But that's what I got. It's a beautiful drawstring bag. I got that. I didn't have a whole lot of money. That's why I volunteered. And I went with my husband while he was working. And we stay with a friend. And she is so nice to let us stay there. And we're so thankful. So we've worked out an arrangement to kind of stay. I have one last thing to show you because I only bought 3 things. Where'd it go? Oh gosh, here it is. My thing with stitches is to find a sock yarn, a hand-dyed sock yarn. This is a company, like I said, I missed 3 years of stitches. It may be 2. I think it's 3. A lot of sock yarn companies have kind of disappeared since the last time I went to Stitches. And this is one that my last stitches I went to, it was, I think it may have been their first one. And I really love their yarn. It's a nice soft yarn. This is Blue Faced. It's 80% superwash blue face Lockester. It's those really, the cows that look like they have the long cows. Sheep that look like they have the long locks. And it's called Magician. It's from Invictus Yarns. It's got white, black, red. When I cake it up, I'll have to show you. It's 400 yards. It's going to be a shawl. I like to wear shawls. I like to wear tank tops. I got my coat on today. A little chilly today. But, I like to wear tank tops or short sleeve shirts most of the time because it's comfortable. And this is just something I could just throw on, or I could throw on one of my pretty sundresses if I'm going out to dinner with my husband. Another shawl. No way in the world this is going to be socks. It's going to be a shawl. And Sue Griffin is the name of the dyer. That's their logo. It's just Invictus Yarns. But it took me a while to find them. I didn't find them till the third day. Yes, I went 3 days to Stitches. There were a lot of demo classes that I took. I took a color work workshop. I took what makes a good fiber workshop. Not workshop, but little demo. And we had little bits of fiber, and he let us fill each kind and explain why one fiber, depending on where the sheep lives and how cold it is, I think the sheep makes more fiber. He grows more hair. And I had so much fun. I took was in 2 demos with Quentin of the Co workshop. He was very nice. It was a top-down beanie with one was crochet and the second one was knitting. It's just basically a top-down beanie recipe he's written, and it really works. Yeah, I've got some yarn I didn't really know what to do with. I couldn't find a pattern with. It's not a weight I usually work with, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just make some beanies. And then I can take them to our social worker here at my complex, and it goes in a batch of stuff that he donates throughout the year to different charitable organizations. But Diane of Lady Dye Yarns and her helper Amy were so wonderful to me, and I'm so thankful. And Claudia, she's so sweet, of Crochet Luna. She gave me a big hug. And Z's a huggy person. I got so many hugs from Z, it wasn't funny. And I've really discovered that I kind of like Instagram. I've always had troubles figuring out how to do what, and I've only put a couple pictures on, but I've been a little bit more active on my Instagram. My Instagram is at Angel Bibbidi, which I'll put it in the information at the bottom. I am not going to talk. Let's see, do I have something else to show you? Nope. In my Wakanda bag, I have cast on to use. Oh, I've done one round of my it's going to be a surprise. I'm not going to tell you what this is. This is the leftover yarn from my my beanie hat. And then I had that other Premier Everyday yarn. I think this one is called Northern Lights. I'll double check. Yes, this one's called Northern Lights. It's really pretty. But I was going to do a sweater, a little cardigan, but I changed my mind and I'm doing another little pattern that I've worked before. So, like I said, this is going to be a surprise. When I get a little more on it, I'll tell you what it is. But before I go, I know this has been kind of short. I'm going to add some pictures of stitches because it just was wonderful. And if you're ever here in California in February, because it's always in February. It's March 1st today. Can you believe it? March came in with like a lion, so it's supposed to go out like a lamb. That's what my mom always told me. But I did take pictures of some things, and I'm going to add them on. But I'd like to do a few shout outs. My first shout out is to Becky at Funny Farm Crochet. I was messaging with her through Ravelry, and she was very encouraging about me starting a podcast. So here I am. The other person that was also very encouraging about starting a podcast was Mary at Crochet Chit Chat. So those are the two that, and Seta gave me a shout out. Oh, thank you, Seta. I've got new subscribers. It's really exciting. I might have to do a giveaway when it gets a little further. Oh! Anyway, I hope everybody has a beautiful day, and I'm going to add a little bit about stitches later on. Take care. Bye.